Hey, Jennifer, before we do the Breonna Taylor story, one of the mods or admins just put a thing up. We're at 998 TikTok followers. Now, for a lot of you that might be watching this going, why is that a big deal? I don't understand. We only set up our TikTok like 2 weeks ago, and we didn't know what the hell we were doing on it. And we had a TikTok that we did on Friday, Jennifer, and it's almost up to 400,000 views,
That's
which
amazing.
actually is the definition of viral over a TikTok. Over 250,000, you're like minor league viral. A million,
Wow.
you're like super mega viral. So we've gone viral on TikTok. So who's going to be number 999 and number 1000? I guess that's really what it comes down to. And
Yes.
I will pop that up one more time. You can follow us at Malcontent News over at TikTok. So, story number 4 takes us to Seattle and the Breonna Taylor vigil, march, protest. And field editor Renee was out. We love you, Renee. Was out and about with her camera, and she shot some video of the good, the bad, and the ugly. I think that's the best way to put it. We're going to go ahead and roll that clip. Move on the sidewalk. "13 people arrested on Saturday in Seattle, Jennifer. Reports of property damage, but also I saw a ton of reports, and including reports from people that say aren't our deep followers, just kind of in the general, that Seattle police were particularly feeling kind of stabby on Saturday.
Kind of stabby. Yeah,
I,
that's a good word for SPD. I've talked about this before. I live in university housing. I live on the periphery of the Laurelhurst neighborhood. So the next door, I don't know if you know what next door is, the conversations they have
oh,
on
next
the
door is a freak show.
it's absolutely insane. And there was this woman that posted on there this morning, because occasionally I get email notifications about, she calls herself like some kind of neighborhood crime manager, Jennifer something, not me. But she was like posting about these 13 people that got arrested as some kind of potential criminal warning. It gets very heated politically on Nextdoor, which is how like again, we've talked about this before, Seattle thinking it's so woke. These are these like wealthy white people in this neighborhood who put the we love everybody signs out, Black Lives Matter, but then post, their racist, political conservative bullshit on things like Nextdoor, because they feel like it's safe there. So yeah, I think stabby is a generous term for their behavior.
We had an amazing day as an organization on Saturday. We covered 5 protests in 4 cities in 2 states. On Saturday, we had 3 people in the field. Protests, vigils, different, and rallies. I shouldn't just say protests, because it was the gamut of the things that we covered. I was not on the ground in Seattle. We only got a couple of minutes to talk to Renee about it. We've seen this pattern before. It started peaceful. Some windows got broken. Huge response from Seattle police. But you know what stood out to me, Jennifer, is some of those video clips we saw were right on the waterfront, right in the same spot where a mentally ill, distraught,
Yep.
suicidal man, literally on the same spot, was shot to death by Seattle Police Department and what Seattle Police is calling a justified shooting. And they couldn't find Seattle Police any less lethal. The only less lethal used was by Port Police, not City of Seattle. Seattle, in their initial press release, right on the blog, kind of tried to position it that they use less lethal. There was a lot of less lethal that they had available for that protest. It was no problem.
Yep. Well, that's because they got to save that less lethal shit so they can, pound the hell out of protesters, because they don't like them and they can't just go off shooting that many people willy-nilly. But, some random person in the throes of a fucking mental health crisis on the waterfront, let's just shoot him up. And what was it? Like, how many seconds was it from the time they arrived?
14 seconds.
Yeah.
14 seconds.
Sorry, I'm swearing again. I'm sorry, everybody. I've had a rough week. So I'm entitled to a few F-bombs. Yeah. But, I mean, it's just, yeah, they're reserving their stock of less lethal force for, protests.
Spam those hearts if you love Jennifer's F-bombs. Let Jennifer know that you love her F-bombs by spamming those hearts across all the channels. You can put it in the comments too. She can read your comments. We love your F-bombs, Jennifer. I love the F-bomb button. I never get to push that. The event that I covered and we streamed on Saturday, and there's a discrete stream for that, for the Breonna Taylor Memorial. It was done in Portland. That was peaceful, beautiful, amazing. And there was another incident. I wanted to talk about this show, but Jennifer, as you know, we've discussed about really trying to keep these at 60 or 75 minutes, and I put it on the cutting room floor. Maybe Thursday we'll talk about it, because what happened in Portland really deserves to have the flashlight signed on it and talked about some more. And we will do that at another time. The other thing I will say, it always seems whenever I go to Portland, it's in the big scheme of things pretty chill. In Seattle, it goes nuts. And that's exactly what happened on Saturday. So.
Yeah. Apparently.
And with that, we'll do another real brief pause for the cause. And we're going to go ahead to the next segment.
Okay.